which group will receive the first vaccine shipments. Now, in a message from his office, Governor Ron DeSantis says the top pharmacist at both CVS and Walgreens has assured him that as soon as the vaccines are in hand, they will be ready to deploy them to Florida's 4,000 long-term care facilities. So the first groups to receive the vaccine will be the vulnerable and elderly in long-term care facilities and the frontline workers that work with these patients. Now, after those facilities, he says they want to get the vaccine out to senior community first and then the broader community at large. There seems to be a plan in place. He says it's important to remember that there will only be an estimated 40 million doses available nationwide by the end of December. Since the vaccine requires 2 doses, only 20 million people will be able to get that vaccine at first, which is why they will begin with those long-term care facility residents and the most at risk. And speaking of the vaccine, the FDA is getting closer to making a decision.